Discovery.
Hello and welcome to Cricket of the Morning, the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben. I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
This week we're going to jump on the Netflix bandwagon and we're going to do the Octopus Murders, an American conspiracy.
Yeah.
So we've all watched it in advance.
Yep. We have.
I became baffled at times.
It is insane. I think it's called the Octopus Murders because it feels like an octopus has crawled in through your ear and is fucking with your brain.
Wow.
I absolutely loved it. It's right up my alleyway, so to speak.
Was that because an octopus climbed up
Yeah.
your alleyway?
It came out my ears. No, it's everything I love. Dodgy agents, journalists doing proper journalist work, like actually uncovering shit, dangerous shit, secret meetings, murders, dodgy suicides. It's all there. When the journalist of a big case ends up dead, there's always going to be.
Well, yeah.
Especially,
Very much like the Gary Webb, isn't it?
it reminds me of that big time. But also when his brother, the brother of the deceased journalist, the journalist is Danny
Casolero.
His brother's like a respectable doctor. He said he's got no reason to lie. He said to me, like, if I'm ever in an accident, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
Literally a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
And then
how many people say that? Like, hey, if I wind up dead, it wasn't suicide.
a lot of people say it.
And then they're like, oh, we just found his body with like a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and the gun was 50 feet away.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this. It could be a good series of episodes. We should look into, like, just journalists who've died in extremely dodgy circumstances. Because it's always fucking. There's
Of course
got
it
to
is.
be questions raised when somebody who's looking into murky dealings of high-powered people, you know, their car careers off the road, or they hang themselves in the woods. And,
Yeah.
Or they
No,
get
it is-
hacked to pieces and put in a suitcase.
Yeah. That guy who they found in the suitcase.
Khashoggi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about the British?
That was
That
an MI6.
Gareth, somebody.
Was it
Yeah,
MI6?
an MI6 guy
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
like
yeah.
dead in a fucking suitcase.
Yeah.
That he put himself in.
Yeah, and zipped up. And just because some like young like gymnast girl proved that she could do it, like, oh, there you go, it's possible.
That's 5 investigating that. A Russian gymnast says, hey, I can fit inside this suitcase and zip it back up. And they're like, well, all right, then she can do it.
Yeah.
Surely a highly trained British intelligence officer should be able to.
There you go.
I mean, we're lucky in the West, aren't we? Because like 99% of journalists don't have to fear for their lives.
because all they report on is like what celebrities have
Well,
tweeted.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the 1% that do get too close.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, he was found dead, Mr. Casolero, because there is suspicions around it. He didn't do a double tap. A bit more gruesome than that.
Yeah. 12 slashes to the wrists.
And they were big, like, thick. Do you see
They were
they showed a
meaty.
quick flash of a photograph, didn't they, from the scene? They were
Yeah.
like tendons cut, like mass, like. I'm very squeamish. It's hard for me to imagine how.
Can you do that to yourself?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well-
But even if somebody was attacking you, it's hard for me to imagine like is somebody literally hacking at him with a fucking machete or like. Do you know what I mean? Like it would look horrific.
It's what it is it's either a knife or it's razor blades done like a lot in the same place. The medic who they interviewed at the start was quite interesting because he's like, well, I said all the cops are there and they're like, oh, it's a suicide, boom, he's in the bath, it's full of blood,
Yeah.
jobs are good and suicide, there's beer on the floor, there's a suicide note on the desk,
Yeah.
hey, no signs of a struggle, it's all good, suicide,
Yeah.
chalk it up boys, time to go and hit the donut stand. You know,
Yeah.
Who was Danny Casolero, man?
he was an American investigative journalist who gained attention for his work in the early 90s. One of 6, born into a Catholic family in Virginia. So he dabbled in journalism to start with when he was younger, exploring topics such as the Soviet naval presence in Cuba, the Castro intelligence network, and Chinese communist opium smuggling into the US. He's led a bit of a life then, hasn't he, really?
What I love about this story as well, though, is that how it starts in it's such a huge, far-reaching conspiracy that goes to the very top of the government, literally to the White House office.
Yeah.
Right? But it starts with somebody who works on a computer paper.
Yeah.
A computer new, because this is when programming is not new, but it's being available to the public and people home computing and all that is
Government agencies are going, oh, you know what we need this to tie everything in.
Yeah, but my point is, like, you have back then there was like literally publications about computer programming.
Yeah.
And that's what he was working for. And then through something as mundane as that, he stumbles onto something like that must have, I mean, it must have fucking blown his head off, like, because, right, so how does it start? So he's investigating a company called Inslaw.
Inslaw.
That's a shit name, isn't
It is, isn't it?
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, and I just keep thinking of coleslaw.
Yes!
That's the problem. So I remembered it actually. It's like, it's Inslaw, it's got coleslaw. Fucking boom. So they're a software company established by a former National Security Agency employee, Bill Hamilton, and his wife, Nancy. It became controversial in the early 80s. The Justice Department enlisted Inslaw to help develop a computer program, the Prosecutors Management Information System, or PROMIS.
Oh, I love that. It's so comic book.
I think it's got a list of every single SHIELD agent on it.
Well, it's something that correlates, because back then, like, if I understand it correctly, doing a case somewhere, all the information on criminals was all on literally bits of paper and index cards, and you'd have to ring a department in another state and like, do you know this? Can you send me? So when someone's being charged for something somewhere, it's hard to collate all the data on them, because it was all, it was the Stone Age. It's hard for us to imagine now, but it was the fucking Stone Ages.
Well, I think the Americans have always had this issue with you cross a state line, and it's like, well, I can be whoever I want here, kind of thing. If I was done for this in that state, but I crossed the line, sometimes communications between states were so bad, like they didn't like each other, for example, the different police departments. Yeah. Then they might deliberately drag their heels. They might say, well, he's all right, or whatever. They didn't even bother looking. And
there's obviously rivalry between the CIA and the FBI, and
and the cops themselves.
We want this case, and so this PROMIS would basically it was the first program where you could type in a prisoner's name, and all the data on that prisoner's going to come up. Boom, there you go. Which is quite fucking revolutionary at the time.
Groundbreaking.
It was like which is why the fucking government wanted in on it.
Of course
big
they
time.
did. Yeah. They saw the potential for it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I mean, it's nothing compared to what we got now.
No.
With all the spying on us and.
Well, they can read a newspaper in someone's hands if they want to from space.
Yeah. It was the start of them being, but the way they sort of, like, the non-conspiracy reason for wanting this is to help with cases in courts and make everything move quicker. But really, it's what they then went on to do with it is copy it, get someone to back engineer it.
Sell it to countries
with a back door in it, so that they could spy on what data other countries were using with the PROMIS software, and didn't pay the company that invented it.
Yeah. Well, they sold it to the countries as a sort of military sort of software, didn't they? Yeah. So then they could learn all their military secrets and everything. So.
But these are their allies they're selling it to as well. That's the thing, and that's the worst thing. Stuff that if you probably just asked for, they'd let you know.
It is such a gangster move from a government to just go to a private company, agree a contract, develop this for us. Okay, we've done that. Here it is. It works. Thank you. Can we be paid? No.
Yeah.
Why not? Because fuck you.
Yeah.
We're the government.
We want it.
Well, okay. Well, I've got rights. I'm going to take the government to court. And there's some famous senator. Somebody was important in Watergate.
Yes, he stepped down. He was the congressional justice or something like that, and
he had something to do with telling this guy, like, look, you can take the fucking government to court. They've wronged you. So he does. Court rules. Yeah, the government's wrong.
Yeah, and that judge, had a fantastic Abraham Lincoln beard.
Yeah, and a perfectly clean record with a good
Yeah.
Excellent judge.
Anti-fraud judge,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
They then strip him of his fucking power and fuck him over.
Yeah.
Just destroy him for no reason.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck you. That's not the right verdict.
That's not what we pay you to fucking
Dickhead.
do. You and your magnificent Abraham Lincoln beard, get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
you don't say we're guilty. That's it, we're taking your house. Dick. Right? So then they double fuck this company, who end up going bankrupt, don't they? I believe, at some
Yes.
point.
They go bankrupt.
Gary stumbles his way into all of this through, obviously, Inslaw. That's in his wheelhouse. That's what his newspaper's going to be reporting on. But I believe, if I'm remembering it right, doesn't he somehow then...
He speaks to Bill Hamilton, doesn't he?
And Bill tells him, like, look, this is fucking dodgy. This touches, like, government agencies. Like, he's like, you don't know, I'm from that world.
Yeah.
This is murky. And somehow Michael...
Ricasonto.
it's
It's still wrong. But you know what? I've struggled with it all week. Not going to lie to you. I've been listening to podcasts on this as well.
Yeah, same.
To try and get that fucking pronunciation. And every time someone said it, it's gone out my head. I can't get it. I can't get
Who
it.
was this guy?
How
Gaz?
does this weird little man fit in? Well,
I
at
want
the
to see
time
a
he's
film.
quite young, isn't
He's
he?
very young. He's a bit of a psychotic genius.
Yeah.
At an underwater
he-
meth lab.
Yeah, he-
An underwater. That's the film I want to see.
Yeah, he-
I want to see this chap with an underwater meth lab,
And-
Breaking Bad.
Didn't he turn up on his first day of uni and he presented his professor with some, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a type of laser.
Yes.
Oh,
that he made himself.
16 years old, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's 16 and he's in the garage constructed this laser thing and just takes it in to show him. Now he's also, the problem with him is he's one of these, they say it in the documentary, he's one of these lunatics who gives you a little morsel of truth and then a load of bullshit on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to wade through, like, because he may have been leading him down a fucking merry path, but
I have the feeling
he definitely was a genius.
Yeah.
He invented this system, didn't he? This promise.
Well, no. He's the one who the government.
He got the source code.
He
built the back
back-engineered
door.
it.
Yeah.
He basically back-engineered it and rebuilt it,
For the government.
reprogrammed it for the government, but with this back door in it. And this is an interesting part of it. So he was caught he ended up cooking meth for some gangsters.
In an underwater lab.
Yes. He did 19 years. Now, some people are saying 19 years is, even for that, for cooking drugs, even in America, is a pretty crazy sentence.
A couple of cops and agents said that on the...
Yeah, they believe he was in there because he was a mouthy fucker who was talking. And it's even more complicated than that. We're going to miss bits of this.
Oh, we're not going to get all of this.
Because he was even then at some point going around with a hitman from the government, wasn't he? And
Who the FBI
People
kept
got
on the
killed.
streets, even though he was a prime
Yeah.
suspect in 5 murders.
rapist, murderer,
Yeah.
allowed out every
the
time.
Nichols guy. There's 2 Nichols.
Yeah, that's it. That doesn't help. There's 2 fucking
There's a
characters
Dr. Nichols and a Killer Nichols.
Yeah, there's 2 characters with the same name. So this Michael, I'm not going to even attempt his.
No,
second
you're going
name.
to go.
No. He's kind of the key pin because where the documentary comes in is then years later, now present day, or well, maybe 10
2013,
years.
I think
Yeah,
it was,
2013,
yeah.
maybe 10 years ago. There's a young lad who's a photojournalist who stumbles on this story because Danny Casolero was going to turn it into a book, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The Octopus Murders.
Yeah.
But he never got to finish it because his wrists exploded.
Yes.
So this young lad who's, a bit of a stoner, a bit of a, skateboarder, there's footage of him skateboarding down the street in his pants, a bit of a dude, he becomes obsessed and starts getting hold of all Danny's case files and materials. And there's photos of him literally surrounded with pages of papers. And boxes and boxes,
Yeah.
and he becomes obsessed. And to the point where his friends are fucking worried about him. They think he's gone, oh no. Because we see that happen to a lot of people who go down the conspiracy,
Look at Alex Jones.
Yeah, right. But his other friend is a filmmaker who starts to listen to him and think, well, there's something here actually. And that's where the documentary comes in. So he goes and picks up Michael on the day he's released from prison.
Can we just say, I found it really weird that Christian, who was the director's mate, just starts morphing into Danny.
God, he looks like him. It's weird. We were saying before we started recording, listener, that we were all actually a bit confused at first by this documentary because they look so similar, and the way it's sort of edited and that, I don't know if maybe I was too stoned or too thick, but all three of us said we were a bit confused.
Just a bit.
And the modern guy, whose name Christian plays Danny in the flashbacks, which doesn't fucking help.
No, he just morphs into him over the course of the 4 episodes.
Yeah. So they go and pick up Michael on the day he's released and film it.
Yeah.
And that's how we get into the octopus then, is through Michael.
He's very paranoid, isn't he?
But but they say you're not paranoid if they are, you know.
Well, he says
they are after him.
Yeah, they definitely
They put him in jail for 19
Yeah,
years.
he knows a lot.
The thing is, right, he's like, his niece picks him up. He's not in great shape. He's old at this point.
Yeah.
He's got a walking frame and a stick. And he's like, oh, I've got to go to Washington within 72 hours to meet my parole officer.
Or I'm going back to
Or
jail.
I'm going back to jail. And he goes, but we're going south.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet my attorney.
I'm not
Who
going
turns out, they meet him in a bar.
Do you think that was his attorney?
No, I
'Cause
do not. I think it was his drinking buddy.
It was just like a Mexican man in jogging pants.
Jogging
and
pants,
a
dirty t-shirt with an unkempt white ponytail, and he's like, and they just get pissed, don't they?
I
That's
think
what it
that
is.
was his dealer.
I think it might
He's
have
been
been.
inside for 19 years, not dying for a smoke.
But he was just like, that's not a lawyer.
That was not his
So-
lawyer.
So then he gets rearrested.
Back to prison.
It's like, you haven't met your parole officer, you dick. What are you doing?
And he didn't want to go to the parole hearing because he was paranoid.
That's
Who
what they
was
do
gonna
with
be
big.
there?
Snatch him, yeah.
Yeah. Like the government, there'll be somebody there who snapped my neck in a room, like, or
Yeah.
something. But, I mean, he was involved in some pretty hardcore shit. I mean, the government are ripping off computer programs so they could spy on, like, other nations.
Yeah.
You know they kill people, right? So he knows they kill people. Because the way they murdered his friend when he was hanging from the wire.
They hog-tied him, and they
Whoa.
tied his ankles to his neck.
Yeah.
So when he can no longer keep his legs
This
bent
is
back,
brutal as well.
Horrific.
the wire, the rope, or the whatever they've tied him with, obviously makes him strangle himself.
Who was
Yeah.
that guy again? I forget.
He was one of Michael's
He was
friends.
he was a guy who was doing. He was making the meth with Michael. He had the
Ah.
chemicals, so they're like, give us the money,
They
which is
just
in
took his
Swiss bank
business.
accounts. Give us
Yeah.
your money. Give us the chemicals you use for making meth. Hey,
Yeah.
you'll live.
Yeah, and here's the thing, this is why also one of the biggest conspiracies of our time, because it touches so many different things. We've talked about the Iran-Contra affair.
Yeah.
But basically, at this time in history, the government were looking for any way they could to raise funds illegally
Yeah.
to fund this war, and this was one of them. They would just find a big successful dealer and go in and just
Yep.
take his business
Yep.
and all his profits and fucking murder him in one of the most brutal. So that's why Michael. I mean, if that happened to one of you guys, you know, I'd be very sad, but
Oh, thank you.
I would never leave the
No,
house.
yeah.
I would just kill myself.
They've got ultimate power, haven't they? The power of the state.
It's fucking terrifying. So no wonder. And then they lock him up 19 years. And I suppose Michael, from his point of view, is probably thinking, well, this is the better option.
Well, I did wonder
More
why
right
he
in the
wasn't killed himself.
Mm.
Either A, they thought, well, he's so obviously insane that people aren't going to believe it.
Yeah.
Or B, he's still useful because he's got a talent.
Could be a little of both because
Yeah.
he's a mad genius, isn't he?
I actually think at this point, I'm going to throw a twist in here.
Okay.
I think he's a bit of a disinformation agent, or
Or could be.
I think he's playing his own little game.
Mm. He definitely told Danny some bullshit.
I think he told him
And
a lot of
and
bullshit.
he was telling that director and the investigator
I mean,
some bullshit.
Remember when he
as well.
says, "Oh yeah, before I was arrested, I made a tape of a conversation I had, basically telling me to fucking pack it in and stop talking, or things will happen." Because and before they got to me, I threw the tape in a ditch. And he's like, goes to Danny, "Here's where I was.
Yeah.
Here's about where I was. It's on this stretch of road. If you go walking on the ditch, the tape will be there. This recorded conversation, it'll blow everything wide open." He flies across a couple of states, or he drives across a couple of states. He spends like a week walking, 2 weeks, walking up and down this side stretch of road looking for this tape. I bet it wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mad.
That'd fucking make you insane.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
because there's some.
I think he's playing his own little game.
Because I listened.
Genuinely.
Even the directors, I listened to them on a pod in an interview. Even both of them, to be fair, are open to both possibilities. That
Yeah.
Danny may have done that to himself because he felt that he'd been led a merry dance and
a lot of debt.
Yeah, his debt. He was missing payments on his house. He couldn't sell the book, and he put everything. He thought this book's going to be the big. Because back then, books.
He must have realised though that no publisher's going to publish that book, especially in the United States. Because they're going to get pressure from the government.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to think we live in a free world, but
we don't. And they, they make people kill themselves with brutal torturous, like that guy with the drug dealer, man. He wasn't a good person, but Jesus,
no one deserves that.
No one on earth, not even maybe some people, but oh God awful. And you read that and you're like, well, I'm not. I'm afraid I'll have to go and find another publisher, sir. Because we're all right. We don't need to. We're doing okay without that. So he could have been, but also, fucking hell, man. A lot of people have killed. This is like Iran-Contra stuff, which we know was real. Gary Webb, look what happened to him.
Can we talk about Iran-Contra and Reagan a little bit?
Yes.
Because obviously, Iran at the time was holding US hostages, wasn't it, when this is...
Oh, this bit, yeah.
So, in the 80s.
Yeah.
And Reagan, is the presidential election coming up, and basically there's a theory... one of the things Danny found out or was fed was that Reagan's promotional team, his election team, had gone to the CIA and said, can you tell Iran to hold the high... They might release them. Yeah. Hold them till after the election, because if Carter gets them out,
he'll look the hero.
He's going to win. Yeah. And we don't want that.
No.
And no...
The
Carter
October
was
surprise.
Because one of the reasons Carter got ousted by Reagan is he made him look weak. He was a nice guy, as nice a president can be.
I thought he was history's greatest monster.
Well, that's why, because he was such a nice. He's too nice to be president. But he embarrassed America, and that's Reagan came in and he got that national pride back, didn't he? Got these guys out. Then
but they were released on the first day of his presidential campaign, and everyone got suspicious straight away because they were literally released like 45 minutes or something after. Because Iran was sick of like. Fucking hell, we've had enough of this. They're doing our heads in, these fucking cheeseburger. Fucking hell, we haven't got any.
They're constantly fucking complaining.
So they released him 45 minutes after he's announced as president.
Get on the fucking
I bet Reagan was thinking, you fucking pricks, you couldn't just 2 days more. Fuck's sake. So obviously it looks dodgy, but nobody could really prove it. But Gary had a source and a lead. It was connecting all of this together, all this Iran-Contra and this raising illegal funds. Gary Webb found it through them selling crack on the streets.
Yeah. Have you seen the series Snowfall?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Gary Webb.
Yeah.
But Danny finds it through computer software and fucking dead drug dealers, and he starts... Can you imagine the mental state he must have been uncovering all of this? Because... Fuck, he must have been terrifying.
This is red string on the wall shit and writing copious notes and...
Yeah, and people are ringing him and telling him that he's going to die, aren't they?
Yeah, don't do this, you'll be dead. Yeah.
Don't fuck with these people.
And he's like, that must mean I'm onto something. You're like, well, yes, it does, Gary. Daddy, that's exactly what it is.
Yes, Gary, maybe you should just go back to writing about computer programs. But no, he's convinced this was the book that was going to break the world and show everyone. Because he whittled it down, didn't he, to like a list of 8... Was it about 8 or 10 former agents and
Secret Service, intelligence services, and that makes sense. The heads of the intelligence services know where the bodies are buried. They've got dirt on everybody, and that's how you get power. Right? If you know everyone's dirty little secrets, and guess what?
Epstein.
You can do what the fuck you want.
That's the whole point of Epstein's Island, isn't it?
And obviously, no surprise that George Bush Sr. On the Reagan team was also, boom,
CIA
head of the CIA at one point.
Yeah.
Everyone always fucking forgets that.
Yeah.
And his dad was fucking head of the CIA as well, or the OSS at the time. Yeah. And it's like, the Bushes have always fucking been there, man.
Yeah.
There's a deep state, isn't there?
That
controls everything, is it?
Well, it's obvious at the moment. It's becoming obvious to like regular-headed people. Joe Biden isn't in fucking charge of anything.
No.
He's fucking, I've got to agree with Trump. Look, whatever you think of Trump, he's a funny motherfucker. Like,
I saw him roast Biden for...
somebody asked him about Biden, and he goes, Joe Biden doesn't know he's alive. Right. So there's clearly some sort of committee behind Joe Biden
making decisions.
Deciding what's
unelected people making
who
decisions.
you haven't, who you didn't vote for,
No.
and it'll be the same with every president probably.
Of course it will be.
One of my favourite
That's why they killed JFK.
Yeah, one of my favourite bits of comedy ever is from Bill Hicks, where he's like, every president who gets in, no matter what they said, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to change this, we're going to do all that. And then on their first day, the CIA takes him in a room, they show him an angle of the JFK assassination you've never seen before. And then the lights come back on and the new president goes, okay, so what are my policies?
Funny enough, that comes up in this, doesn't it?
Yeah. The original Zapruder film comes up in this.
That's mad.
And she's like, in the unedited version that we've never seen, the agent driving the car literally turns around with a gun in his hand and blows JFK's head off. Which would explain Jackie's reaction a lot better.
Yeah, but surely...
She doesn't know if that's the real one or that was the point of the thing, wasn't it? That he was like, you won't know if that one was fake or you don't know. Reality is what you want it to be. So we what a head fuck.
But that does go against every single eyewitness to the thing, unless of course all the eyewitnesses were in fact CIA stooges.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility, is it? Plus, eyewitnesses have proven to be notoriously unreliable because nobody remembers things how you think you do. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean.
Something just clicked in my head just going back to JFK. You heard of Umbrella Man? He's a suspect in the shooting. He stands at the side of the road.
Woody Harrelson's dad?
No, he might have been a shooter. But he opens an umbrella as JFK drives past, and people theorise over the years that maybe that had a secret gun in it. You know,
could have been Ted Cruz's
but
dad.
What if it could have been Ted Cruz's dad? He might have been there too. But what if all those people were CIA stooges, and obviously the Kennedy assassination went down with the driver turning around shooting it? That guy did his umbrella as a political protest because that's what he said it was. They tracked him down after the Kennedy assassination. It's a very old form of political protest, opening an umbrella as a politician drives past.
Right.
So what if he was protesting against the assassination of JFK rather than Kennedy's policies? I've just blown the whole JFK assassination wide open.
It could have been a signal to the shooter, couldn't it?
It could have that as well. It could have been as well. Yeah.
Shoot. I still go with my favourite theory. Well, they definitely killed him somehow, but I do like the accidental.
That's the one I go. Negligent discharge. And the guy in the back.
The guy in the back panicked like fuck because what's his face was up there shooting.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oswald.
Yeah. Everyone's panicking. Boom, accelerator down, and he bang. Fuck! I've shot the fucking president's head off. Yeah. They're not going to. Mate, if that is the truth, they will fucking reseal those documents every 50, however many years it is where they're supposed to release them. Nope. You can't admit that.
You can't.
It was just accidentally his bodyguard.
Because it's embarrassing.
It's like shitting in your own face. But so Gary, this little Danny. Sorry, I keep getting him mixed up with Gary Webb. So Danny Casolero, that's his name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fucking awesome name.
It is an awesome name. It's a good investigative journey. I like this guy. Like they show that he was like a bit of an adventurer, a bit of a, like he didn't get married and have kids, but he had loads of nieces and nephews and that.
He did have a kid. He had a son.
Oh, did he?
I don't know if he was married still though, but he definitely had a kid.
Yeah, but he's a bit of a laugh.
Wrote it in the suicide note.
Oh yeah, to my family. Life and heart and soul of the party type guy.
He always turns up late.
Yeah, but also a bloke like quite a big, he didn't look like some wiry. He was an outdoorsy geezer. He was, but he saw himself. He wanted to be like an Ernest Hemingway, didn't he? That sort of write something like really important. But he found himself working at a fucking computer magazine. Not even writing about games, for God's sake.
The question is, something like this, if we were just all living our lives and something like this dropped across your desk as it was, would you follow up on it?
I wouldn't have the balls to do what he was doing, because this is back when you had to do like old-fashioned phoning people, getting maps out and looking round and going places, knocking on doors, and he was doing that type of
Yeah,
You know, going down the rabbit hole. Like, that's why I love this
Meeting
stuff.
shady people
Yeah.
in shady places.
I would have loved, that's one of my fantasies, to be that type of journalist. Do you know what I mean? Like, getting in dangerous situations.
Yeah.
So, but I don't end up dead, but like, breaking the big case, man, the big story.
When they ring you up and say, carry this on and we're going to kill you,
Yeah.
do you carry it on at that point, or...?
Probably not.
No, I
I'm
don't
being
think I am.
honest.
But
I
I,
don't
you know, I'm
think
just going to burn all this shit, eh?
Yeah. Just gonna go back and write about computers.
Yeah.
You know.
But
So,
can you though? Because you know,
once you've got all that,
Yeah, you
the
know,
juice.
you've gone so far into it, just to cut it off and just say no, I ain't going
I
any
mean,
further.
you've got former NSA and CIA agents ringing you up saying, "I'll fucking kill you, you prick."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, big man behind the phone, aren't you?
I mean, I'd shit it and I would quit, but he obviously had bigger balls than I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like him. I really like him. You know, but it's a shame. He ended up swimming in blood.
So there's one suspect, isn't the main suspect who might have murdered him if he didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
And that's a guy, is it Clair, who's a US Army intelligence officer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Joe
this geezer.
Quayle.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he met him in the fucking bar at the hotel where he was staying.
Yeah.
He's got this woman with him, Danny has, and she's like, I don't think you should like listen to this guy. He's like, no, this guy wants to tell you, you know, he's like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wasn't he ex sort of special forces?
Yeah, ex-special. No, he specialises in military intelligence. The guy's basically like a bit of a James Bond in a way. Not so much, you know, he speaks 26 languages, he's trained in intelligence and counterintelligence, he knows how to get people to...
But there's a theory that
Open up and talk.
he was a disinformation,
Yeah.
and he was putting Gary off the source
Yeah.
by feeding him some
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's also possible that he was seen leaving his hotel room.
Yeah, there's a witness,
There's
isn't
a
there?
witness that wasn't in the original report.
No.
Yeah,
It had been buried,
there's dodginess there.
Yeah.
100%.
Come on.
Yeah,
and there's a photo fit, isn't there? And it looks just like him.
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And the ambulance guy, who we mentioned earlier, does then go on to say that he started to reflect on it, doesn't he? And think like, well, when you slit your wrists, do you then like wave your arms in the air and spray it up the
Yeah,
walls?
because there's a lot of blood spray.
Yeah, it was splattered all up the walls. It was like a horror show. Well,
The point of going in the bath to do it
yeah.
is that all the blood just goes, it's just spraying the walls,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's-
I never thought of that.
That's why you do it in water.
Oh God.
But then he did leave a suicide note.
Yeah, but was he...
Yeah, how did they prove?
Yeah, there was empty
Did he
beer
write
bottles.
it?
There was every chance that he was drugged,
And that guy
Forced
could have
to-
wrote
forced to write a note,
Yeah.
and then had his wrist cut. Well, he couldn't. And you know, the drugs started to wear off as his wrists were cut, and
Yeah.
he struggled a bit, and that's why you've got the blood spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
And then he's
yeah.
basically just pushed in as he loses more blood. He's
Yeah.
pushed into the bath, taps on.
Because it doesn't sound like the police like dusted the entire place down and forensically.
Oh God, no!
It sounds like they looked at it and went,
They don't do that at this point, mate.
yeah,
It's
obvious suicide.
But interestingly, all his notes and his book was
Oh,
stolen.
that was stolen as well.
Yeah, he had a leather case at all times.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
all his travelling notes basically, and documents that he needed, and that was mysteriously missing.
Yeah. Nothing valuable in monetary terms, but information and keeping
Exactly.
people private and safe. He was onto something. That's the thing with this case. I think there's it's like 50% truth and 50% bullshit he's
Yeah.
been fed, and but he was 100%, I believe, onto something and rattling some people, because it's obvious the government. It's proven they literally stole that software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We know the CIA were trying to get funds illegally to fucking fund this Contra war. We know that.
Yeah.
They fucking...
And
he was
it's
onto
not-
that.
It's not even just the Contra, is it? It's like most Argentinian countries, most South American countries.
Yeah.
They've got a hand in. They've got a finger in the pie.
Yeah. But at that time, though, there was that war
Oh, the
going
Contra's
on,
definitely
and they were
was
trying
number
to
one.
fund that war, basically, without using public funds. So they just...
Congress wouldn't allow it.
Yeah,
would
so
they?
they just turned into literal fucking criminal gangsters.
Yeah.
And just started...
It's unbelievable, isn't
It's
it?
mind-blowing.
Flooding your streets of
Your own
full of
citizens,
crap.
yeah.
You're literally making your country
Specifically
less prosperous.
black areas, poor black areas as
I mean,
well.
I know the British did it to the Chinese with the Opium Wars, didn't they?
We
That's
did.
another country. Then it's your own fucking...
Fuck your own people up.
Yeah.
To go and fund something abroad. It's beyond dark, isn't
Beyond
it? They're
evil.
the biggest
Yeah.
evil criminals. They don't care if you live or die. You're nothing to them.
Nope.
You are nothing to them. It's so fucking scary. It's mad. It's why you can't think about it too much.
That's what
you
that's what
really
you don't
can't.
think about
Because
it.
you can't do anything. I mean, Gary tried, and look what happened.
Danny tried as
Danny,
well.
fuck's sake.
Gary tried too, though.
Jeez, if I do that again, right? If
Gary,
we-
the thing is, guys, you're right. Gary,
He did
Gary,
try.
and
Yeah.
Danny did try.
they
You're
both
right.
tried, and they both ended up dead in different ways. Maybe Danny, maybe as the path we were just going down there, it was all just so fucking dark for him that he got fucking pissed up in a hotel and like gouged the. I don't know. Then how would you do the other wrist if the tendons in that one are
That's
so fucked?
the issue the medic had. He goes, if your
Yeah,
your
good
tendons
point,
are cut,
yeah.
you can't hold
Yeah.
a razor blade.
So, oh god.
I think he was murdered
Oh
myself.
yeah, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I think that fucking army geezer was in there,
Yeah.
and the mission was make it look, like he slit his wrist
Yeah.
basically, but he got a bit heavy-handed with it.
Well, there's the local cops. There's
Yeah.
no forensic. It's 1990. There's no.
Yeah, they don't
Imagine
give a
that-
fuck.
They're not doing forensic work at that level.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the bath. His wrists are cut.
Yeah.
Jobs are good and suicide. No sign of struggle. Left a note. Boom. Job wherever you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I said earlier. That's all they're thinking. They know what the fucking hassle. They got someone, a crackhead robbing a store down the street.
Yeah. And they did that inquest and they came to the same conclusion. Nope, everything, it was definitely suicide. And like the people, the family in the audience are shouting because the two police guys are sat there not saying a word and they're just shouting at them, aren't they? What the fuck
Yeah.
do you got to say about this then? And they're just like, nope, nothing. We have nothing to say because we basically, like you say, Ben, we sort of peered through the door and went, yeah, clean it up.
I'm off shift in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it's suicide. So we'll never know. Was anyone looking for? I'm sure the army man would have left a hair or a
No one's looking for it.
flake of skin, or
No, I
Well,
mean,
the fact that there's a witness saying they saw someone come out of the hotel room.
Don't put that in the report, Mike.
Don't put that in there.
That's
Nah.
inconvenient.
You got to think that the police officer,
that makes me look bad as a police officer.
Yeah.
he's got pressure from above to say.
Or he can't be asked.
Or he can't be
It
arsed.
could literally be a case of like, oh, but if I listen to her, then we've got to look for someone.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
Fuck it, no,
Yeah.
his wrist is slit. Come on.
Case closed. It went on my
Yeah.
fucking record. Case closed. Jobs are good.
Yeah, I don't want
Looks
to
good for
murder
me.
in my village or wherever they were, my town. I don't want to murder on the. Fuck that. So I don't know. Or like you say, yeah, somebody was leaning on him.
Yeah. The
Like-
chief was saying, look,
Just leave it.
call it a suicide, leave it, because someone in the government's got pictures of him cheating on his wife or something with a,
Yeah.
Or they just threatened to
They
kill
put people in place, don't they?
him.
They'll have a coroner, they'll have a police chief that's under the thumb.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever they want them to do.
Well,
It's the thing is, right? It's their job. So if I don't have this job, I can't pay my mortgage. My family can't eat. It's
Yeah.
like it's your job, or just do as we say, because we'll replace you.
this world is so dodgy. Even the owner of Inslaw, Bill, I've just remembered this bit. Like the CEO of another company phones him up, and like the mob is just like, you will sell it to us
Yeah.
because we've got ways of making you, pal. Like literally, openly threatening him. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Of course, the mob.
Because
probably-
he was that company. He was connected to the government somehow, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
company threatening to, sell or
Then
kill you.
That was the other thing. Is like, remember that the intelligence agencies and the mob have always worked together.
Mm.
In World War II, the CIA contracted the mafia, actually paid them money every month
Mm.
to patrol the docks around New York
Yeah.
to stop us seeing the German saboteurs. So they haven't got troops there. They've got just some mob guys with Tommy guns
Wow.
walking around. So we can free up troops guarding shit, because obviously it's German saboteurs, supplies, ammunition, all that. So the
Yeah.
mob do it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, well, the CIA is the biggest mob
Oh, God,
on
yeah.
the fucking planet, shaking
Remember-
people down.
80s and early 90s, they're at their fucking peak
Yeah,
of
they're
funding
going
as
wild
well.
at this point, aren't they?
They're
literally-
overthrowing governments.
They're
fucking-
unhinged.
Yeah.
They're literally
They are.
mental.
You suspect a lot of that coke might have found its way into the top echelons of the CIA, because some of the decisions are baffling.
Mate, they're like you say, they're toppling dictators. They're flooding their own streets with cocaine to make money.
Yeah.
They're killing journalists left, right, and centre. Funding
Yeah.
foreign wars to so they got a hand in the country that they're upending. Like, what the fuck? You're not even the government. You're an agent. You're supposed to like protect your borders and stuff, aren't you? And like take down organised crime, things like that. You know, look out for terrorism. What,
mate? Yeah.
Why are you beating terrorists?
Why? Keep yourself in a perpetual employment loop. If you're the terrorist, you just have to. You just try and stop yourselves.
Yeah. They just went. Well, I can just picture them. It's so 80s and 90s. They're on coke. I can picture the clothes they're wearing, the type of sunglasses they've got, the cigars they're smoking.
Yeah.
Just absolute hard on for power. This all stems from, look, we fucking murdered our own president and got away with it. Yeah. He didn't step in line. Look,
every other president has. Which one we having next, Carter or Reagan? Reagan, right.
We are the American government and we are the biggest country in the world and we'll do what the fuck we want.
Yep.
They are mental. They are mental.
Yep. And I think poor Danny was onto something.
He was definitely onto something.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the documentary, I mean, going back a little bit, that doctor who was like made friends with the Indian tribe?
Oh, fucking hell, I forgot about the Indian tribe. Yeah, they stole the Indians' land, didn't they, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I want this land, but I'm going to sweeten it with, hey, we're going to have a cigarette shop. Yeah. And hey, we're going to have a casino. So that's it. Introduce them to vices, gambling, alcohol and nicotine, that's it. Yeah. So you fuck their society up, and then you start using their land to test what weapons to give to the Contras.
Yeah.
Because you're like, we've got some weapon designs we'd like to try out, and technically an Indian reservation isn't actually American soil.
Yeah, so we can do what we want out here, casinos.
Yeah. So we're going to distract
and of course take all the money from the casino as well.
Yeah.
To buy
tax
weapons.
As well. No tax.
No tax. So we're going to buy weapons for the Contras, sell them to them on this reservation. They'll come and try them out.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Because I'm going to have an airport too. Yeah, have a gamble while they're here. Have a good time.
Buy some guns and some bombs. Have a gamble.
Yeah.
Out of control.
And he was like just a dude. His kid who looked like a bit of a hippie. He was a musician.
Yeah.
The long grey ponytail, and he's like, oh yeah, we moved from here, we went to Colombia, we went to Algiers, we went over here, then we went back to America. He's like, his dad's just going around sowing fucking
destruction.
He's literally his dad must have been a merchant of death.
Yeah.
And he was just an imposing, flabby man with square glasses, and he was just destroying nations.
To make a buck.
It's fucking amazing. How did you get into that line of work?
It's mind-bending. It's mind-bending, but it's all these former fucking intelligence agents and fucking... Because he said, didn't it, it was like a class of the old boys, like, who sort of retired out of it, but wanted to keep their hand in and, like, you know, make some money and...
Well, that's it, innit? That's all about making money.
I thought Bush basically funded himself into power. What did all the shit
What do they do to get that money? It just, the mind boggles. How much drugs do they sell? You don't know. I mean, we know about the crack cocaine thanks to Mr. Webb, right? But what don't we know about?
Yeah.
What else were they up to?
Just drop in the ocean, innit?
And like Danny uncovered just that. That's just one drug dealer who was very successful in one area. And how many other dealers did they do that to?
Yeah.
Around the country,
isn't it?
It's fucking literal gangster shit.
Yep.
It's like street level. It's what happens on the street. Somebody's got a successful corner where they sell the drugs, and like some bigger person just comes in and goes, "It's mine now." Bang.
Yeah, except they're the government and they've unlimited resources.
Yeah. Well, they have. That's the point, though. Well, they have to an extent, but they got to raise this money for this war,
and they're unaccountable.
Because
they're hiding in the shadows.
We saw 4 guys leaving that building where those gangsters were killed. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
they'll just kill anyone. They will kill without fucking discrimination. It's mental. They will just pop anybody. Because he uncovers, there's several murders, isn't it? That's why it's called the Octopus Murders. He basically touches on, there's several, isn't there, that can be connected. And it does say in the documentary, some of these people who he was investigating at the time, there was nothing on them. But since Gary's death, Danny's death, since Danny Casallero's death, some of these people have been charged for ordering murders and things of that nature. So he was. I agree with both of you. I think there's definitely my surname I can't pronounce. Little genius, idiot, lunatic.
Mike Rugiar, Riconosciuto.
Riconosciuto.
There you go. That's it. That was pretty close. he definitely tells a lot of bullshit, but he
God,
was
yeah.
definitely into something. There was definitely something going on.
I'm sorry, man. His eyes are too fucking wild for me. He's lying.
But even though he's full of shit, I believe Danny had uncovered some very real, very true, very dodgy things.
Some connections that shouldn't exist.
Connecting dots where it's like, whoa, you know, and like it's sort of out in the open now. We talk about it like, yeah, it's fucked up, but you know, we're like, yeah, the CIA funded this war by doing dodgy things. But imagine being at the time actually boots on the ground, uncovering it, and going, what? They're doing like, what? Like we said, they were out of control at this point.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, they might still be. I don't fucking know.
I think
they probably are. But they had a 20-year war on terror, mate. They were doing what they wanted to.
Well, that was them, yeah. Oh, Jesus. So, Danny.
R.I.P. Danny.
Yeah, you magnificent bastard. You nearly... Well, you did uncover it. It took all these years later. Now it's a fucking top 10 Netflix documentary, so...
3.8 million views.
There you go.
I found it quite a difficult documentary to follow.
It isn't easy.
No.
Well, I also think it's 4 hours. You could make a really good 90-minute documentary.
But I think, in a way, they made it like that so it's confusing because
It is confusing. Yeah, you're right.
Because it's going all over the place. One minute you think you're investigating government fraud with a computer program, then there's a hitman and fucking CIA, Iran-Contra, and like somebody in the fucking Reagan's office, and like, wow, it's over
then
here.
the real Zapruder film, and then they throw the military guy in at the end, Quaylar, like there's a bit of a wild card.
Yeah. And then all the while they're sort of sewing in the real life story of the guys uncovering it in real time, and are they confused? Do they believe this?
It's a web of deceit, isn't it?
Yeah, is fucking Mike full of shit? And,
yeah,
you know, 'cause he's phoning it. He's trying to get out of it. It's like a year later or something, isn't it? And like he phones him, does it? He's like, "People are dying."
Oh,
yeah,
and you're
trying
like,
to pull him back in.
Yeah, you sound unhinged, man.
Yeah, I think that's what he was. He's like,
he needs the attention. He got used to that guy.
He's had one on the hook.
Yeah.
To the point where he may have killed himself.
Yeah.
Because he went into so much debt going around the country, tracking people down who some of them might have been genuine, and a lot of them might have been absolute bullshit artists, because he's just having his little psychotic game.
Yeah. Go
look for a tape for me 2 weeks.
And the government know, they're just toying with him, they're toying with that Danny guy all along.
Yeah. And there's this one point where I was like, what's going on here? The owner of Inslaw had always told him about this female agent he knew who told him all this info, and like the guys making the film track her down, and she's like just some like housewife who's like, oh, I just basically made things up. I was asking, she said that her sources, she would just ask random people.
That's it, and they'd leave a note.
Yeah.
She went bowling 4 times a week for 2 years.
That's it.
Right. And she would just ask random people around the bowling alley for tips on Inslaw, and she was like, I just got lucky. People tell me stuff. Like,
oh, come on.
That was her way of gathering shit. I mean,
was she full of shit though? Is she an agent? And that's her cover story because somebody just turned up on her doorstep with a camera one day. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what happened.
Was she in fact retarded and extremely dangerous? Maybe she was snapping like the KGB necks for 20 years in the country.
And now she smokes a fag on the
porch.
porch.
No, she's just like, she's retired, but she's got to keep up the pretensions of dumb housewife.
Yeah. Oh no, I just went to the bowling alley.
Secretly, that's Helen Mirren.
What if Danny found this out? Was just like, oh, my book is ruined. Oh, it's all a web of shit.
That's what I mean.
It's just
then he realises he's got to make $5,000 by Friday to pay his mortgage. Oh. He goes back to the hotel. He drinks a few beers, writes a note, and fucking just goes to town.
Yeah. I mean,
basically,
it is a possibility.
That's a massive possibility.
It is.
But also, some of this shit was definitely real and true.
We know.
But then she ruins it all for him.
Well, she ruins that bit. But, I mean, the drugs dealer still got murdered in an incredibly
horrible way,
horrific way.
Well, even on the Indian compound, 3 people got killed.
They were murdered, yeah.
Like, that one puzzled me. Like, oh yeah, they were shot in the head with a .357 Magnum. That is a fucking loud, big gun.
Yeah.
And no one fucking heard that. No one heard that.
No. it's just another tentacle to the octopus.
Yeah.
And I think it was a very good title that he came up with.
Oh God, yeah.
I think if he'd have finished it, somebody would have published it, it would have been a big successful book, probably.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how good his writing was or that, but
all the notes still exist. Basically, he noted out the book, hadn't he?
Mm.
There is every chance that should these guys who got all the stuff decide, you know what, we can get a publisher out of the Netflix interest.
To be honest though, I don't think you need to. I think the film pretty much, like say, it's 4 hours, man. It goes into every tentacle quite.
I bet no, there is stuff they left out.
Mm.
There is stuff they left out because you know.
So I don't know. Maybe there could be a follow-up, but I think in the modern world, the Netflix series is going to reach more people than a book ever will.
It is,
Yeah,
you know what
days
it's
ago.
like when Lord of the Rings is on telly. Not Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones is on telly.
Mm.
The books just went to the top of the bestseller list instantly.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they, you know, I think he does say in the film, doesn't he? Initially, that was his plan, was to finish the book.
Yeah.
That's why he went on this quest, and because the maker of the film's getting threatened, wasn't he? That he's going to get killed. So I mean, I would have stopped at that point, and your friends are all telling you, look, this journalist got murdered.
Yeah.
People are telling you will get murdered.
You're having threatening phone calls.
You've got lots of paper, sellotape to the walls, like you're
with red string connecting dots in the shape of a fucking octopus.
You're in your pants. But to be fair, like a good friend, his mate was like, actually, you know, there's something here.
Yeah.
And there was. And fair play to Netflix for putting it.
Yeah.
Because if I was the American government, I probably wouldn't be too happy about it. You know.
Well, notice the
Most
title.
of these people are dead now, though, aren't they?
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
Loose ends have been tied up.
Yeah.
Like you say, where's the evidence? There is no evidence. It's all hidden. It's all been covered up.
Yeah.
And it'll never find its way to a court anyway, would it?
No.
They're never accountable. Like you say, it's all in the shadows.
Yeah.
It's all.
The decision does go the wrong way. They'll just fire the judge. Yeah, another one.
That's it, mate.
Oh, God.
Bullshit in it.
That's why we need Trump.
Trump the saviour.
My hero.
Must buy Trump Superman best collectible card.
He will be the last president, though.
Oh, well.
Have you seen
Apparently.
a film come out
Let's
called
hope not.
Civil War? It's about an impending American Civil War.
God.
Apparently it's really good and dystopian.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer actually.
I
yeah.
can't handle dystopian at the moment. It's too close to real life.
Too close to the bone.
Have you ever heard of a thing called a tulpa?
No,
No.
what's that?
It's like a Tibetan spirit that you can be. It can be conjured up by collective will, right? And it can kind of alter things. Like, the Men in Black are thought to be tulpas. Some bloke put the idea in everyone's head,
Yeah.
and we kind of willed them into existence.
What the fuck
Then-
have you been smoking?
Now the theory is with this how things are going.
Right.
It's because we've been fed for years, 50 years of Hollywood films of, you know,
End of the world.
end of the world,
Yeah.
apocalyptic futures, everything.
Mm.
That we've kind of collectively willed a tulpa where we're going to destroy ourselves because this is how it's going to go down. Because we haven't just got, we've got Terminators, we've got climate change, we've got fucking alien invasion, we've got meteorite strike. It's all going to happen at once. We've willed it into existence.
God. Well, like the
Yeah.
end of Ghostbusters, can everybody think happy thoughts?
That's it. If we all start thinking, if we're fed happy things, right, it will change the way that everything
You got
goes.
a point there. What's the news? It's all fear and hate.
Well, I avoid it like the plague now, the news, to be honest
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
I dip
Yeah.
in and out, I read like the Twitter, I see what's trending on Twitter. But yeah, I try and avoid it like the plague. I don't want to end up like Danny, you know, like obsessed with how... Well, even the filmmaker, he says at the end, he's like, doesn't he? He's like, look, this could, knowing this sort of thing, how dark everything is and underhand and all the secret machinations, he's like, you can either let that fuck you up,
Yeah.
or you can just make peace with it, like, and just carry on, basically.
I like to think that's where I'm at with it. To
Yeah.
be fair. So I know it's shit.
I'm not going to obsess over
But-
it.
What
Well,
can
we
I
spent a
do?
week on it. That guy spent 10 years.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
what can we do? Yeah, he
He
went,
hasn't figured it out.
yeah, exactly. He was. There's footage of him. You see it in the film. Like he's literally up to his eyeballs in all this
Yeah.
material. Like for years, chasing down, ringing people, following it up. you know,
Yeah.
and he didn't, like you say, there's no definitive answers at the end of it. He's still like, well, it could all be all shit. He could have killed himself.
Yeah.
But
That's the beauty of these things, is you'll never know.
I tend to lean towards, though, I think something very dodgy happened to poor Danny.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't think he can cut his wrists like that. And you've also got the eyewitness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think if the trained medic is like going, hey, he's cut through his tendons,
Yeah.
then I think that, you know, he's not cutting his other wrist, is he?
Yeah. And they were big, deep, like, cuts doesn't do it justice. They were like gash, like.
Well, they never actually
huge.
said what they found him with. I mean, surely
Where was the
there's
knife?
razor
where
blades,
was
wasn't there?
there's razor blades there? Well, that's surely you got to look at razor blades and go,
It kind of looks like someone went at him with a Rambo knife.
It looks like, you know, the size of the wound.
Or a sword.
Isn't it something with the warm waters or it softens the skin up as well?
I don't know, but fuck it up. You cannot deny the government ripped off that fucking software. That drug dealer was killed by a guy who somehow mysteriously never gets charged for all these murders and rapes and robberies. That's provable. So there was definitely, you know, he was onto something.
Yeah.
Whether he was stretching it a bit far with the octopus, trying to link it all together for a book, who knows? Maybe he listened to too much of Michael's fantastical stories.
I think Michael sees himself as a fucking dungeon master.
He's like a comic book
I think he's
villain,
controlling the narrative. I think he's like Mr. Glass.
Yeah, he is like a comic book villain,
Yeah.
isn't he? I definitely got them vibes off him. He's like
Yeah.
child genius, you know, who gets into building things for criminals.
Yeah.
Eventually, the government, and then they lock him up to keep him away from.
Basically, just fuck him off.
Yeah.
So no one will ever believe him when he comes out.
Yeah.
He's too wild, isn't he? His eyes were fucking crazy. He had crazy eyes. Even when he was young, he had crazy eyes.
Well, he was definitely tapped.
Yes.
He's not normal. And he couldn't bear the thought of it being over and not having the attention anymore.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because at first, to the filmmaker, he was like this iconic. He's the kid. If I could get an interview with him, he's the thing that pins all this together. And he's like treated like, oh, you know, they pick him up from prison for fuck's sake. You know, so he's gonna like that, isn't he? Oh yeah, come in, lean in, I'll tell you some more.
Yeah.
Because he does that a lot, doesn't he? You hear him in the film. Oh, when we meet up next time, I'm going to tell you something that's going to like blow your minds. It's going to, but he never actually says to, well, what?
No.
What is it,
No.
Mike?
Stringing you along with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That was never his lawyer. I'm
No
sorry.
way.
That was never his
No
lawyer.
way.
That was just his drinking buddy.
Yeah. They went and got pissed.
That was it. There's not. If he
I
is,
laughed out
he's
loud
the
when I
worst.
saw
He is the worst lawyer I've ever seen.
That is not your fucking lawyer.
Just some grubby Mexican bloke with a wild ponytail.
Well, what that is his lawyer.
Oh, God. But he's the
Can you
worst lawyer in
imagine?
the world.
That's the only
He's
one
the
he can
chicken
afford.
from Futurama.
If he turns up to court with a chicken under his arm, feathers all over him.
He's Lionel Hutz. Come on. He's the Lionel Hutz that's living in the dumpster.
Yeah. Oh dear. So, well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
What's your final thoughts on the octopus?
I can fully believe it. I really can. You know, ex-heads of intelligence agencies just don't go away when they know all the secrets.
No.
They extend their influence out. They want to make money off what they know.
Yeah. And they love it. They're addicted to
Yeah.
the game, aren't they?
They're
The
addicted-
power.
yeah,
They
if
can't
you-
just
if
go
you-
and play golf.
Now, if you've been in charge of CIA for fucking 5 to 10 years,
You've been
fucking
toppling
hell.
governments.
Yeah.
And, you know,
What's giving you that rush?
ordering deaths and
Nothing's beating that rush.
stealing drug
Is it?
dealers' stashes.
And just,
You know.
you know, and you get either a nice cushy job in government. I mean, look at Bush, went on to be president.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get at the game, can you?
Nah.
And it doesn't matter if you can't get at the games, you fucking know everything.
Yeah. I definitely think that's a factor.
Yeah.
And if, you know, certain people, certain little people down there in the ant's nest, below me, are making noises and trying to implicate me in things, I just get some fucking lowlife off the streets of California, pay him some money to go and kill these people, rape these people, kill them after, whatever, and I just keep getting them out of prison as a reward and pay him some money.
Yeah.
It's a drop in the ocean to me.
Yeah. And the thing is, like with Danny, what I was thinking about this is back then it was like 91. It was a different world. No internet, no social media.
Yeah.
If you're somebody like that, shadowy, if the idea of somebody publishing your name in a book or a newspaper, that's how you're exposed. That's
You don't
dangerous.
Want
That is literally the last fucking thing you want.
Yeah.
So that's why journalists turn up dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to them, it's a simple decision, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy. Like, it's either
Local-
kill him or my name gets out there. I don't want my name out there.
No.
Kill him.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a simple decision for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Local cops will bumble it, so fine.
Yeah. We can look after all that. We can control everything. We can control the court that it ends up going to, the local police, all of it. I don't have to worry. I can just kill whoever the fuck I want.
Exactly. I've got and I'll never get done for it.
Look at the whistleblower for Boeing shot himself in the car park
Yeah.
recently.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh God. The main whistleblower of like all the safety concerns at Boeing, who's retired, you know, enjoying his retirement, you know, yeah.
Wow.
The car park. Yeah.
Yeah, it still happens now, doesn't it?
As Russell Brand's quite hilariously did a bit about it, and he was saying like, "Oh, another whistleblower died of parking lot."
Yeah.
He's going on. Isn't it weird how many like important people with like secrets about high level people die of parking lot?
Yeah. Don't go to a parking lot, I guess, is the moral to take away from this.
Don't park on your own.
Don't park on your own.
If you're somebody who's speaking out, you are a whistleblower. I suggest you like build a bunker before you do it or something, or like
Yeah, get some security droids.
have a plan to get the fuck out. I don't know, disappear, and because they'll just fucking kill you. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But they've got their tentacles everywhere. You
Yeah.
can't get away, can you?
No.
So you got to lock yourself in the Ecuadorian embassy.
So that's why this will always be slightly frustrating in this particular case, because Danny could have killed himself. But also, it is equally as plausible.
Yeah.
It's not far-fetched at all.
No.
Like you said, Mike, with the eyewitness, the
Yeah.
physical evidence, it's like the things he was onto, and we know they do it, they just snap their fingers and decide, that person knows too much, or they're out of line, just pink mist them, as
Yep.
they call it, just disappear them. And they do.
I'm
They
gonna-
may have done it to him.
I think the Octopus Murders is true. And Danny, I'm going to say Danny Calamari then.
Sorry, Daddy.
What's his name? Casellero? That's it,
Casellero.
yeah. Rest in peace, mate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I still can't make up my mind whether he did it or whether he killed himself or whether he was offed. I can't make up my mind about that.
That's fair enough.
I leave it to the listener to make the final decision for me, basically, because I'm 50-50 on it.
Mm.
I really am. I think the fact that he was going to lose his house, he was in hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of debt, and he's realised that Michael's been fucking feeding him bullshit.
Well, you know me, as soon as I know the CIA's involved, it's guilty for me.
No trial for me,
No.
CIA guilty.
That's the thing, we know that
Oh,
how many
that's the thing.
people do they just fucking wipe out for like, I mean they literally topple governments
How
that they
many
don't like.
people do you think the CIA have been responsible for the death of since
got-
1947?
It's got to be millions at this point, isn't it? Because they've started
Yeah.
wars, so
Yeah.
it's going to be in the millions.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
I bet you.
Blood on our hands is
Wouldn't surprise
unbelievable,
me.
isn't it?
Well, on that note, let's thank some new returning listeners.
Happy times.
We forgot to do earlier.
Yeah, well, we just kind of went with it,
Just
didn't
keep your head down, listener, and stay happy. Watch loads of Star Wars and escape reality.
we? That's it. Let's start with Horn Lake in the US, Frankfurt in Germany. Oh, is that Czechs there, Mike? Mosnov,
Yeah.
Czech Republic, Brazil, Maranguape, Panama, Carmona, isn't it?
Philippines.
Oh, goddamn. Fulham in the UK, Edinburgh in the UK, Londonderry in America. Didn't know, well, they just nicked all the names, didn't they?
Never heard of it. They're just mashing names together. Good job it wasn't like Stoke Wolverhampton.
Derry in Ireland
Yeah,
used to be Londonderry.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And obviously then it got independent and would have in London in the name.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belfast in the UK, Guadalajara, Spain, Greenville in the US, and Ashburn, Virginia. I know in the US, I know Ashburn, Virginia. We don't give me the
Whitstable.
states anymore.
Oh dear. Oh, the octopus. Stay safe.
I only saw one octopus too. I wanted more octopi.
I don't like octopuses. I think they're aliens.
More octopus, there would have been squids in.
I genuinely.
Oh!
I've been trying to get that in. Squid. And I couldn't
You
get
thought that
it.
all we've been all week thinking of that. Oh no, that
You
bombshell.
didn't like me Danny Calamari. That was quite good.
I just thought you went to see Danny Calamari. You're too high. That was my immediate
The old
reaction.
Everton player.
I didn't think we were going to do this to Danny.
Sorry, Danny. Pretty well.
Alright, let's sign off.
Yeah, I'm Ben. Dungeon the Flame Range. Don't do it at all.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, 3-bit Cannon.